What's up, bro? What's up, man? How you doing? Little guy.
Hey, man. So thanks for letting me come by the gym. We appreciate it. Obviously, you know, I do it. IGuru Brand Solutions, you know what we're all about. But more importantly than all of that, I want to come in not only get an inside look on what you're doing with your gym here, but I want the world to see your perspective of branding, entrepreneurship, and all that good stuff. So, appreciate you letting us come by.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Truth.
Truth. What is Truth? Truth is what we call a boutique studio style fitness facility here south side of Phoenix. On the south side, really, in Levine area, there's not a lot of boutique studio style facilities, more so large commercial. And I felt there's a need and a market for that product to be brought to the south side of Phoenix. So I saw a need and an opportunity, and we went for it.
All right, I love it. Can you show us around the digs?
Follow me.
Yeah. Dude, you killed it. So how long did it take you to open up this particular gym?
So this has probably been a 5-year process.
5-year process.
5-year process.
Wow.
So 2019, 2020, I was really in the gym really heavily, and I was like, how can I make this work for me, or type situation. And so I've been in the thought process, building the LLC, business credit, the bank account, funding, etc. So it's been about 5 years.
So it doesn't happen overnight like they say on TikTok?
It can. You can get lucky. There are outliers, but for the most part, any of your well-established brands, there's going to be a process to climbing to the mountain.
So that's important. We're going to talk a little more about that, obviously, because a lot of times people see certain things, especially in the social media and information age, and they think, oh, I'm supposed to have a Beyonce-style brand in a year.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about being information readily available. The knowledge is there, but the actual legwork still takes time.
Obviously, that's dope. So you got all the equipment in here.
Yeah, so as you see, it's an open style flooring concept. Anything that a trainer would need to work out with their client, we try to have readily available, and then we're always evolving, so if there's a certain machine or something new on the market that may be more advantageous for a trainer and its customer, then we'd like to provide that as well.
So it's all of what the trainers will need,
yes.
Everything that is essential for a gym space.
A gym space for a trainer, right.
And I love the sheet sign.
Yes, and as you see, and in a 5-year process, and we're still not done, and you still have some wall art that's going to be going up. There's a lot more things still happening. The bathroom is still being renovated.
But it's operational.
It's operational.
That's dope. Love the signs. Keep going. Be unstoppable. Love it, man. People here working out. This is real cool, man.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
Good work. Good work. That's kind of neat.
What's up, dude?
Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for letting us come into your space, into your business, into your entrepreneurial journey.
Okay.
And give us valuable insight. Lucky because I am a friend and a brother.
Okay.
So I've been able to see you in all types of spaces, all types of environments, see you professionally, see you at home growing up, always good, all those good things. But to get to a point to be able to gather real life insight from the professional and entrepreneurial standpoint, first off, is an extremely rare thing to do with anyone, let alone someone that you're related to. So
Oh.
This is an extreme pleasure. Extreme pleasure. So IGuru Brand, very privileged and excited to be here. So we're gonna go through a list of questions that I have for you.
Ooh.
And these questions are designed to give those that are looking in on this brand showcase a real inside look on what this actually looks like.
Oh yeah.
Not from the doctored social media guru standpoint.
Yeah.
From
Authentic, authentic
someone
in the
with-
trenches
yes,
look.
Yes.
A window peer into
Yes.
the view of what it takes.
Yes.
I'm
so
here
we're not going to gloss over this at all. You are a legitimate pilot.
Yeah, that's the day job, that's the occupation. Yeah.
Your actual name of profession is Captain Grissum. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you do in the aeronautical space?
Oh yeah, professionally, I'm a captain for a major legacy carrier in the United States, and I'm a captain on the Airbus. But I have 6 type ratings or so, ranging from Boeing 777, which seats 350.
You
plus.
lost all my audience right there. We have no clue what this stuff is.
That's why I just
However,
said seats.
look it up.
Oh yeah, look it up. Yeah, lots of experience, thousands and thousands of flight hours.
Yes.
What does that entail? What does that look like every day going to work? It's dedication. It's thinking ahead. It's prioritizing energy and responsibility. It's also relying on different resources, albeit coworkers, our mechanical, our informational, and technology, etc. So that's a big overview of what that entails being a captain.
You're on the top of the food chain in terms of careers and salaries.
You could say that for, because being a pilot still blue collar.
Right.
We still wear a uniform. We still, unionize, et cetera, et cetera. So it's still blue collar. So, but it's one of the more, probably on the topper end of the scale for blue collar.
Yes. So this man, growing up, he has had so many toy airplanes, from modeled airplanes to paper airplanes, from the age of what, maybe 5, 6?
Yeah, it was 5 or 6, Yeah.
And he legitimately wanted to be a pilot. This man was crazy about airplanes. Still is, obviously. So talk to us a little bit about when did your passion for airplanes transition into an entrepreneur?
It took different forms, right? It was fascination with the models, and then went to college and flight school studying, and giving you the dedication to progress on in the career. And I think that passion just evolved or transitioned, repurposing that energy into a different space, me being a father and a husband and trying to leave a legacy for the next generation.
Man, that's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. Can you talk to us a little bit about channeling that passion in the most necessary ways in a particular season? There was a particular season where you were working close to 24 hours a day.
Yes. And I would like to say that, you learn, right? So I'm still working that 24 hours a day, but I'm probably doing it more efficiently through the business and through other channels and informational sources for that goal, whatever that may be. Right now, it's a lot of that energy and purpose has been put into truth.
But the fuel is the passion.
The fuel is passion.
So obviously that's all a mouthful, but it's something that professionals and people that are trying to navigate their passions, it's a subject that they are dealing with, right?
Right.
It's something that you have to navigate, something that you have to figure out. How do I channel my passion for a primary
Purpose
or area into so many different areas that is going to be necessary for me to get to the next intersection?
True, and it's all foundational. Where are you putting that foundation, and then are you leveraging that foundation from one area into the next, which is basically building, right?
Yes.
So that's
So constantly building.
constant building.
Love it, man. Okay. Question 2. Is a high-paying career enough to achieve economic success for your brand?
Oh, yeah. Just a mouthful. It just depends. It depends. Your personality. I'm more so of the mindset of community and leaving a legacy. But if you have more so of a mindset of I've made it and I've got what I got, and I everyone else has to pull themselves up from their own bootstrap. It just depends. For me, no, it's not. I work a 9 to 5, basically. I wake up when my company tells me to wake up. I go to work when they tell me to go to work. And what freedom and looks like for me and legacy looks like for me requires me to do more than a 9 to 5. Where for others that's where their passion, that's where their freedom is, and that's where they want to stay. So for me, no. For others, that answer may be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. But I think it's important for people to hear that from someone who is genuinely in your shoes.
Right.
Now, no one knows what anyone is making but the Internal Revenue Service, right?
True.
But I think it's a lot easier it's a lot more palatable for people to receive when someone is a doctor or a lawyer or a pilot
or
an
something
athlete.
of status.
Something of a specific status that has been portrayed
Right.
outwardly for a long time.
Yes.
So that's valuable information. Okay. Can you talk a little bit about the different businesses that are under the Captain Grissum brand, if
All right.
you will? Well, all the different, you don't have to say all the different money-making avenues, but obviously you've been a musician.
Yeah, musician, family man, pilot. And what being a pilot does not just entail, my 9 to 5. There's other ways to generate revenue with that, being a highly skilled in that technical space, albeit instructing or consulting, et cetera. And then truth was really the big one for me for now. I mean, there's other goals that I have, but truth being kind of the birth of bringing in that new space of entrepreneurial avenues for myself and my family.
Okay. Love it, man. What does Truth Fitness represent, and how important is it to become an investor in a capitalistic system?
Well, it depends. How do the wealthy live? They live off dividends. How do you live off dividends? You have to.
That's a mar.
You have to have something, have a space, or have a commodity that warrants that type of financial freedom. And so how do you, then you work, you're basically working backwards from where you want to go, and then how do you get there? You start backpedaling, and unfortunately, you cannot do that just working a 9 to 5. You're going to have to.
Wait, say that again? You can't do that?
Oh, okay.
You can't do that?
It is very difficult to do that working a 9 to 5.
How difficult would you say?
I would say extreme, and the chances of you making you're more likely to win the lottery than do that working 9 to 5.
Those are some insane odds, dude. So you heard it here first, okay? It's not impossible.
But extremely
It's extremely rare.
rare and unlikely.
Yes. Okay. Sorry to cut you off.
And then totally forgot what was the first question?
The first part was, what does Truth Fitness represent?
Oh, it represents freedom. It represents growth. It represents space. And that's a really big word, but space, not just for myself and my family, but for the community. There's a reason why Truth Fitness is in South Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I saw a need. Well, I saw a need in this for this space to be provided for this community. And so hopefully that's what it represents. And freedom, not just for myself, but for the trainers that come in, privacy for the clients that use it. Etc. So freedom, space, and obviously, hopefully, last one, profitability.
Yes, but I was just about to say, that's last.
Right, that is not.
Your, obviously, the investment part, you don't become profitable for a while, right?
Right, yeah.
There has to be some level of true, authentic
Purpose or
passion, vision,
Yeah.
and also empathy.
Yes.
You're trying to legitimately fill a need.
Yes.
There's true care that has to be behind it, unless, like you said before, it's going to be rare for something to truly succeed if you don't have that foundation of true vision, true empathy, true feeling of a need,
Right.
true care for something.
True. Yeah. Yes. And there's it's a saying, right? If you want to get rich, you buy rather than build, right? Because there's a proven process there, and you throw your capital in, and then you get this return. But those returns usually are more so really quick, and then they usually taper out. Where true growth are those slower returns, but over the course of time, once you really fill that need or have build that clientele base, that's when you're going to have the true growth.
Now, I love that, and I'm gonna have to plug Creative Den Podcast because we talked about this in the podcast about growing a love for building things slow.
Right.
For the process and
Right.
understanding the nuances and everything that comes with it, because the more sure your foundation is,
Right.
the more chances of having
Yeah, there was another saying, a quote, it's enjoy the journey, not the destination, right? And so as long as you're enjoying that process, you will always, surpass or succeed your intended goals, because you love, I hate to use this word, but you love the grind, the hustle and bustle, the learning aspect of your journey. And if you're always learning, you're always growing. If you're always growing, for lack of better words, the sky is the limit.
Yeah, and indeed. So one of my favorite books is The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. And the entire premise behind the book, the message is enjoy the journey.
Right.
Or be present,
Right.
because the journey is the actual destination.
Right. That is the reward, is the actual journey.
Yeah. This is my favorite, actually. What's the best advice you can give to your 25-year-old self? Well, I'm not aging you at all.
No, but 20, but 25, there was a lot going on with me. I was already in my profession. I was already, I was about to become a father. I was already engaged. So
A lot of people are.
yeah, yes, this is true. What would I give to my 25-year-old self? It's what we just talked about, being present, being in the moment. All through flight training, all through flight instructing, that was probably probably almost an 8-year span. 8-year span. I have probably 5 photos. And that was more so instructing. And over the course of my flight training, college, I probably have 3 photos of actually me in an airplane, or me by an airplane, or me in college. And what makes you sometimes what makes you good at your day job is also a blessing and a curse, right? You're always thinking ahead. You're 75 steps ahead of the airplane. You're thinking of all these different possible ways to problem solve if problems arise. So you're never really in the moment. You're always ahead of the moment. And that's what makes you prepared for the moment. But that being said, that means for me and personally, I'm always thinking, what's the next step? What's the next entrepreneurial step? Or what's the next promotion? Or what do I need to do to, put for these whatever goals that I may have? And sometimes you miss the moment, right? And you're not present for the time being. And I talk with older, more experienced pilots, mature, and they really emphasize this when the kids are young, right? They say you only have 17 summers. 17 summers with your children before, you know what I mean? Now, they grow up, they may be around, but you miss those key moments, those dance recitals, those swim meets, those basketball games, those things that you cannot get back. And those are also, life-shaping, events for, someone else going up. So if I would have any advice for 25-year-old Aaron, it would be to be more present. To, even though you enjoy the journey, don't leave everyone else behind. You know what I mean? Include everyone else in your process.
Love it. Now, how do you do that? Because my demographic, they're somewhere pushing 24 to 35.
Right.
Young men. How do you do that and build a base? Because obviously, we want to be fathers, we want to be leaders of industry, we want to be creators. How do you be present while
and be gone, right?
Yes.
How do you be everything to everyone, or everything for everyone, or even if that everyone being yourself? And it's really just prioritizing. There's, have baselines for yourself. There's cutoffs. There's things I will not do. If the girls have a recital, I might have to bid it off. If I don't get it off, I will be off.
Yeah.
Big anniversaries, birthdays, all, and this is just for me. This is what I've my personal baseline, right? And for everyone else, they have to figure out what that baseline is. But make sure you do. And if you have to write it down or you have to verbalize it or quantify it, find a baseline and stick to that. Make sure that you're always present. For me, we're talking about being present, but for someone else, it could be informationally, it could be technological, it could be timeline, etc. But create your baseline, create that foundation, and stick to it.
Yeah, man, this has been great information. We appreciate you once again allowing us to come into your space. Man, just the idea of you thinking something and having a passion for something and then bringing it to life. I mean, that's what we're all about. Everyone that I work with, they have the same baseline. They lead the same principles. It's whatever you have been given or what's been birthed in your thought, in your heart. It's your responsibility to get that out.
Right.
Get that out.
It was given to you for a reason, and no matter what it may be, it may seem, a really lofty goal, but just keep going step by step. For me, I'm very goal oriented, so I would like to blink my eyes and have this place all done, you know what I mean, and have, open up 7 of them and then sell it to, this huge conglomerate, you know what I mean, and move on to my other goals. But I have to, dial it back and, hey, is the website updated?
Yeah.
Or, hey, did you apply for whatever, this or that? Or, hey, did you talk to that extra trainer 1 or 2? Just making small little steps every day will eventually get you surpass whatever goal that you may have.
Yeah, and in my opinion, that's success. Is that being present in that process and checking off those marks every day.
Present in the process. That's a bar.
Appreciate you, dude.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for letting us come by Truth Fitness. This is
Captain Aaron Grissum, my big brother. A lot of the sources of my inspiration, there's a lot of stories that I have about this man in terms of
All
character.
good. All good.
A lot I've learned from you, man. Appreciate you, love you, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, that's a wrap. So we just finished up over here at Truth Fitness in South Phoenix. Captain Aaron Grissum allowed us to come into his space and to see exactly what he does with the gym here, as well as give valuable insight to individuals that are looking to be multifaceted and go on their entrepreneurship journey and do it the right way. And it talked a lot about loving the process and being present. A lot of good stuff that was discussed in the interview. So once again, we appreciate the opportunity to come out and showcase what he has going on here, and stay tuned. We got some more stuff in store with the Brand Showcase series. A lot of tricks up our sleeves, so stay locked in.